All right, we are live. I am so I am talking like for the first time since I lost my voice. Hello everyone. I am doing the 12 days of Christmas spiritual advice. I am on my second day of fighting a cold, and apparently that means the voice turns into this. Um Thank you everyone for and hopefully you can stand the way I sound to talk about the spiritual advice for this upcoming holiday season around the 12 days of Christmas theme, which today is the 8 Maids of Milking. And with I have my cheat sheet next to me. With 8 Maids of Milking, it's Jesus cared and saved everyone, even working servants. The meek shall inherit the world is what the 8 days 8 Maids of Milking means in the traditional sense. But as you know, we do not take the traditional sense, but I feel the need to honor the origins. We are just going to riff it now. And so I have a hard time with the holidays and people thinking that productivity. I don't know why everyone at the end of the goddamn year goes, I'm going to try and squish as much as I can into the month of December. And if I do not accomplish superhuman progress, I am a slug. You're not. You're not. You're tired. Take a break. Your self worth does not ever correlate to your productivity. And it seems like around the holidays, we seem to do that. Not only like how much can we give other people and what can we be useful to other people, but also what can be done. Wow. Sorry, Instagram. You just clicked for a little bit. Also, what can stop, just stop. Take a break, take a breath. It's okay. The world isn't ending if you are not productive. And this one is actually out of so far the 12 days that we've done 8. This is the hardest one for me. For those of you who know me, I push incredibly hard, sometimes past my limits. And as someone who advocates so fiercely for self care, that's the pot calling the kettle black. And I own that. Practice what you preach, people. I'm working on it. I am not perfect. And it's this idea that productivity and, oh, but if you get it in before the end of the year, what? You'll solve world hunger? You'll world peace. You'll be rocking it. Yeah. What would happen hypothetically? Go with me here. Don't get scared if you didn't. What would be happen if you took a break? What would happen if you didn't get stuff done until past January 1st? Would your head explode? Would your house catch fire? Would the world end? No, it won't. This is not the movies. It'll be fine. And this idea that we have to put more pressure on us until we literally get sick and lose our fucking voice is ridiculous. It's toxic, it's hurtful, and quite frankly, it is a little messed up. And we do this, and then we put this pressure not only on ourselves, which let's be honest, we are our hardest critic. We are the person that judges us the most. That little hobgoblin in the back of your head, we all got one, sitting there going, oh, you could do more. You fail. No one loves you. No, like the hobgoblin, whether loud or quiet, is always there. Everyone has ego. It's the human experience. But that doesn't mean that during the end of the year you need to listen to it more. You need to do more. You need to be more. I get that we put that pressure on ourselves. Society puts that pressure on us. Culture puts that pressure on us, and then family, friends. That it's a lot of pressure to be more productive towards the end of the year. But in reality, what would happen? Just go with me if you didn't. And I'm not saying like lay on the couch like a potato for a month, bathe, brush your teeth. But what would happen if you didn't beat yourself up because you were not enough for yourself or for someone else? What happened if you weren't 8 Maids of Milking? What would happen if you weren't constantly productive for yourself or for the betterment of other people or your family? What would genuinely happen? And I feel like we forget to ask this question a lot as we are pushing ourselves back past human, capabilities. What would happen? And the thing is that when I ask my clients this in sessions when they're having a hard time with not feeling enough and their ego and their little hobgoblin beating them up, they just pause and they think about it. And 9 times out of 10, my clients can't answer the question. They're like, Um, um, they can't even say something good or bad because chances are nothing's gonna happen. Nothing extreme anyway. Obviously, like if it's a deadline for work, try and meet it. Money is good because we like food. Currently, I just ordered Hello Fresh. I started Hello Fresh this month because I realized that I do not have the time to run this business for all of you and go to the grocery store and make homemade meals, which I like cooking. So I took out the going to the grocery store part for me so that I could spend more time cooking. There are 4 meals currently in that fridge that need to be made, and if I have to throw one away, I am well aware that that is wasteful. I am also well aware that I can't do everything, especially when I am sick and not feeling well and sleeping on the couch and drinking a gallon of orange juice a day. You don't have to push past human, that somehow being superhuman is the goal. This is a disgusting thing that we have been brainwashed into thinking is normal. That somehow pushing this hard is not only okay, it's something to aspire to, and it's something to feel great shame if you don't. You are human. Deal with it. Your soul signed up for this life as a human. Your soul may be infinite. Your meat sack is not. You have limitations, and that's okay. It is okay not to work 20 hours a day because some people do, and it's terrifying. It's okay to throw away food because you did not get it done because you got sick. It is okay not to clean your house all the time. And again, you're not becoming a slug. You are not a potato all the time. I can potato with the best of them. I am a great couch potato, in case anyone is wondering. My self care definitely looks potato esque. But that doesn't mean that your self worth goes down when you potato because you're not potatoing all the time. I don't think any of my viewers, my followers, my clients rest enough. There are people, we all know them, we're like, get off the couch, do something, something. These are not the people I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people that I love, my clients, the badasses in their lives who seem to think that pushing so hard that they cry in their car is something to aspire to. I genuinely think that if you are pushing yourself so hard that you're crying in your car, maybe, just maybe, a little bit, take a step back. That's not like I'm working so hard that I'm hurting myself. No, oh my God, that's terrifying. And I've met so many people when I was in my 20s and used to hang out with friends. I would have friends who, like, that was their flex. I've worked 21 days without a break. On purpose? Why? No. Now, granted, I work 7 days a week. I love running my business. I also do self care every single goddamn day of my life. So while I can do more or less during any time of the year, I still work 7 days a week because I love my business and I love all of you and I want to give you the best services and advice that I can. But if that's your flex, like I work constantly and I never sleep. I had other friends who were like, during when we would go out to dinner, they're like, this is the first time I have had time to eat today. That's not the flex you think it is. That's scary. Eat an apple, have a snack. The world isn't going to end if you stop working, if you stop being productive for 2 minutes and eat something. And seeing it's those people that are like working themselves ragged that we all have in our lives, that then you're around them and then you feel like shit that you potatoed for 2 seconds, that you took care of yourself. And they're like, oh, well, I guess it's so nice having the luxury of taking care of yourself. I am not a luxury. Don't get me wrong. I am luxurious. No, it is a priority. My life, my self care, my happiness, my well being is a priority to me. And I will never let anyone shame me for that. And I don't want anyone to shame you for that, that somehow you are less than because you're not hurting yourself as much as they are and bragging about it. Again, not a good flex. And I look at my life now, and those are the people I surrounded myself with in my 20s, where I was just young and stupid and pushing too hard for no fucking reason. Now in my life, when I push hard, it is for a reason, it's for a purpose. If I am doing an event in a different state and I drive, I like driving to events. Yeah, I'm weird. If it's drivable, I'll drive it. I'll do that. And I have put in 20-hour days and I do not regret them. They were super hard. They are few and far between. And it's you choose what's important to you and what to push for. And you do not feel bad that you are not super productive because guess what? After doing a 20-hour day, I am not sitting there going, you know what? Let's go to the gym. Let's be productive. Let's do our taxes, baby. You want to know what I'm saying? I'm going to potato so hard on the couch that my body remembers that I love it. And with that, I want to remind everyone that your body is sacred and it tells you what it needs so often if you just listen to it. And in any way, and in the comments, if you feel comfortable, tell me what your body tells you that it needs. So, as you can all probably see, and I am sick, and that is fine. I've been sleeping most of the day. I'm good. But I think orange juice is disgusting. It gives me a tummy ache. When I am sick, I crave orange juice and I drink a minimum of a half a gallon a day of orange juice. And that's how I know that I have a cold or the flu or when I had COVID. That's how my body tells me. It's like I call it orange juice sick. When my body craves orange juice, I know that my immune system is done and I now need to stop. And it's the same with iron. My body craves different things when it's low on iron. So if you listen to your body, and not concentrate on being productive past the point that you are humanly capable. Everyone's capability and boundaries are different. Do not measure yourself based on anyone, friends, family, what you see on TV, nothing. It's all on you and what you think is too much or you think is too little. Because guess what, guys? Sometimes in that fact that I work 7 days a week, sometimes that work is just posting once, and that takes 15 minutes. That's all I do in a day, and the rest of it is potato. And then there are other days, like I said, that I work a 20-hour day, and it is hard, and I've only done it once, and I probably will never do it again, but I don't regret it. What is your boundaries from day to day is going to change. Honor that. You are not going to have the 8 maids of milking where it's just constant productivity, constantly, constantly, constantly. You're going to work your life away. Two, you are going to be so tired and a shell of a person that you're not going to be happy. You're going to turn into one of those bitter people that you move away from on the bus. You don't want to be that person. I want you to love your life, not love the productivity of your life. Of course, praise and celebrate the accomplishments that you have. That is awesome. And take time to rest and praise yourself for rest. A lot of people think it's really weird. So I have a cold, and that is uncomfortable and annoying and inconvenient, and it makes me feel like shit. And I am so happy and grateful for my body and what it's able to do, that I can sleep and genuinely feel my body energetically healing itself. I think that is miraculous because it is. Your body is great. Give it some props. It deserves it. Move through that. Be with that. And just be grateful for what you're capable of doing without pushing past anything. And do not feel shame or guilt because your life does not look like anyone else's. It is not meant to. If it was meant to, life would be boring and we'd be all judgy assholes. And you're not an asshole, and neither am I, and we don't want to be assholes. If people are judging you for your productivity, they are not your friends. They're not meant to be in your life. And as the end of the year comes and we are trying to shove as much as we can into less than 2 weeks, take a break, take a step back, and realize that you are human and that is a sacred experience, and it is okay just to be human anytime you want. So that's what I have to say about the 8 maids of milking. Don't be overproductive. Don't think that your self-worth comes from productivity as you're doing this. Today is the 21st. It is solstice. It is the longest night. It's when the sun god dies and gets reborn, and that is fabulous. So everyone, happy Yule, happy solstice. Go forth, be safe. Anyone who is in the Midwest, stay inside. It's going to be freezing the next few days, and that's not, just stay safe, please. Check on your friends. Make sure everyone's, still got heat and water and stuff. Go forth, be a spiritual badass, take care of yourselves, and rock it out this holiday season. Bye.